The entire season has built to this semifinal day. Winner advances to Indianapolis and a chance to win a national championship just about to get set to kick off the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Alabama and Cincinnati about to go to start this New Year's Eve of semis in the college football playoff.
You're focused on this moment, this time. What I control is what I do.
But baby,
that's what you do. You go take what belongs to you.
Sitting on the counting dollars, we'll be counting stars.
Beneath every goal we seek is the radiant light of a dream. It shines in the eyes of a child. Infuse the heart of a man. Welcome to the moment you promised yourself you'd reach.
On to the next one. That's all I got to say. You know.
Keep turning your story into myth.
Alabama has again done the job.
Turn another page in your fairy tale.
Touchdown, Bearcats!
Put an end to a long climb.
The Wolverines retake the lead.
Take the next steps to the ultimate reality.
Everything that kills me makes me feel alive.
They have been guided by the light of dreams. They play to give them shape and come away a winner.
For now, the national championship trophy is still the stuff of dreams, but by day's end, for two teams, it will be clearly visible and nearly close enough to touch. And this college football playoff semifinal day begins in Arlington, Texas, at the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. It's the number 4 seed, the undefeated Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the top seed and the defending national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Nobody knows what it's like to hoist that trophy better than Alabama coach Nick Saban, now 2 wins away from a record 8th national championship. His offense in the hands of the unflappable Heisman Trophy winning quarterback Bryce Young. The defense led by Will Anderson, who leads the nation in sacks. He's trying to get his hands on Desmond Ridder, one of the winningest quarterbacks in college football history. He is the dual threat leader of a talented and history-making Bearcat squad about to play in the biggest game in school history in the first half of our doubleheader. In the second half tonight, the Big Ten champs, the Michigan Wolverines, making their CFP debut against the number 3 seed Georgia, a Bulldog squad dominant, number 1 for so much of the season before their loss to Alabama in the SEC championship. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Ram Truck Kickoff. Sean McDonough along with Todd Blackledge. Delighted to have you with us for a great day of college football. Todd, as we know, we've been here. It hasn't always been a great day in the semifinals for one of the two teams. In the 7-year history of this CFP format, the average margin of victory in this round is 21 points per game. Only 3 of the 14 games decided by single digits. And the odds makers expect more of the same today. Alabama, about a 2-touchdown favorite. But Alabama has a lot of respect, as do we, for Cincinnati. Matter of fact, Bill O'Brien, the offensive coordinator for the Tide, said this Bearcat team would fit right in the SEC.
Yeah. Well, the Alabama staff understands what we understand. This is a legitimately good Cincinnati football team. They've won 22 of their last 23 games. It's a veteran team with over 30 seniors who have played a lot of ball. They've got NFL talent all across their roster, and they know who they are. They play to their identity. I know what to expect. Quite honestly, I'm a little more uncertain of what to see from Alabama today. Is it going to be the team that had to fight to win close games down the stretch against LSU, Arkansas, and Auburn? Or will it be the team that blew out number 1 Georgia in the SEC championship game? We'll find out in a few minutes.
One thing we know for sure, Bryce Young is going to be terrific. He has been from moment one. We were in Atlanta to watch his first start of his career against Miami. Poised from the very beginning, and obviously enormously talented as well, on his way to winning the Heisman Trophy.
And deservedly so. We knew about his arm talent, but you said the right word, poised. That's the thing that stood out to me from week one all the way through. His calm demeanor, his presence under pressure, and not only his poise, but also for a guy who's not very big, he has tremendous field vision. And if you make a mistake in coverage, he'll find it and he'll exploit it.
One potential problem for him and for Alabama today, the absence of John Mechie, their leader in receptions with 96 on the year. He suffered a torn ACL in that SEC title win over Georgia. They do, however, still have Jamison Williams, and his information brought to you by Ram Trucks. He is their leader in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns, and among the national leaders in both of those categories, averaging better than 21 yards per catch. He's a big playmaker, and he'll have his hands full today because he's going up against a great Cincinnati secondary with the best pair of cornerbacks in the country.
This is the area where I think Cincinnati has their most favorable matchup. The combination of super senior Kobe Bryant and junior Ahmad Gardner, outstanding. They both are excellent man-to-man defenders and very instinctive zone defenders. And I think this secondary of Cincinnati has to have the idea and the plan. Let's limit Jamison Williams the best we can and force somebody else to beat us.
Bearcats about to take the field, led by Luke Fickell, their head coach in his 5th season. What an amazing job he has done. With his magnificent quarterback, Desmond Ridder, alongside. Here comes Cincinnati at 13-0, the only undefeated team in the country. 13-0 for the first time in school history. And their 13-game winning streak, the longest active streak in major college football. You're watching the Ram Trucks kickoff, much more from Arlington right after this. We're back at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. You're watching the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. The roof is closed here at the home of the Dallas Cowboys as Cincinnati arrives, the conference champions of the American Athletic Conference, making history, the first non-Power 5 conference school to make the CFP. Alabama, the fixture. 7th time they've been here in 8 years. That's more than any other school. 5th time they're the #1 seed. They've won it in this format 3 times. 3 of the 6 national championships for Nick Saban at Alabama. He also won 1 at LSU. Seven titles for Saban, the most in the Associated Press era, which dates back to 1936. One more than fellow Bama legend Bear Bryant. Sellout crowd of more than 72,000 on hand as the captains make their way to midfield. 6th meeting all time between these two schools. Previous matchups mean nothing today. Obviously, they haven't played since 1990. Alabama won the previous 5. Steve Stremling of the Pac-12 is our referee.
Welcome, everybody. To present this year's game coin is Bry Patton, chairman of the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. Thank you, Bry. Captains, on behalf of the college football officials and in honor of Jim Blackwood, introduce yourself. Captains, today's coin will have the university's insignia. C for Cincinnati, A for Alabama. I'll flip the coin. Whatever's facing up will win the toss and have their choice. We're good? Here we go.
I got it, Steve.
We'll find it. Cincinnati's won the toss, and your choice? Cincinnati defers. You want the football? Which way you want to kick? Put your backs there. Alabama, put your backs here. Alabama will receive. Hey, let's have a great game. Let's go to work.
We're delighted to be joined today by Laura Rutledge. She's with Nick Saban.
Thank you, Sean. Coach, obviously you're not going to fill the shoes of John Mechie, but who needs to step up offensively in his absence?
Well, I think the whole team needs to play better. We got guys that are capable, whether it's Javon Baker, other players, Trayvon Holden. We got JoJo back. So, everybody's got to play better so the quarterback can play good, and I think that's the key to the game.
Thanks, Coach. Now to Molly with Luke Fickell. Coach, you said to beat the champs, you have to attack and be aggressive. You're starting this game on defense. How do you attack Bryce Young early?
Starts in the opening kickoff, man. We got to do a great job of containing them. We got to handle our emotions. This first quarter is really, really big for us.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Fans on their feet in anticipation of the opening kickoff. This college football semifinal, a day anticipated for so long by so many of us, and it is finally here. A newcomer in Cincinnati, Michigan, a newcomer as well. Georgia will participate tonight for the second time in the 8-year history of the CFP, and Alabama, #1 seed. But this has the feel of a Final Four that's wide open.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously the two teams tonight are both outstanding participants. Both have a chance to go all the way. And Cincinnati, as we've already documented, they are better than most people around the country might understand or recognize. They've got a lot of veteran experience. And they're going to start on defense. And I think what Luke Fickell said is very important. Controlling their emotions early in the ball game and playing with discipline and poise.
How excited are they to be here? And they have earned it. The Bearcats to kick off. Alex Bales will boot it away. Each team with dangerous return men. Even though he's one of the best receivers in the country, a likely top 10 NFL pick, they don't worry about injury on kickoff returns for Jamison Williams, the transfer from Ohio State. He is back for the Bales kickoff.
A pair of touchdown returns against Southern Miss earlier in the year.
Alabama's been here before, including last year when they won the national title, trying to go back-to-back. Many of their players played in the CFP last year. This is a new experience for Cincinnati. You would think a good start is important, particularly for the Bearcats. Good kick by Bales. It'll be a touchback.